and welcome back to another episode of Unleashing Brilliance. It's so good to have you here today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull back the curtain and give you a personal behind the scenes look at something that I do every single week in my business. It's my go-to strategy for creating more impact with less effort, and I call it my think once, deliver often strategy. Because let's be honest, how many of us have time to create brand new content for every single platform every single day? I certainly don't, because I'd rather spend my time, my effort, and my energy in servicing and looking after my clients and doing the work that I love. I'm guessing you're the same, that you don't have the time to create brand new content for every single platform every single day. And so in this episode, what I want to share with you is exactly how I take one idea, maybe from a podcast, a keynote, or a blog post, and how I turn it into a ripple of content that builds visibility, it deepens connection, and yes, it even brings in those sales opportunities. By the end of this episode, you'll have a simple way to work smarter with your own content, turning one powerful idea into multiple pieces that will serve, that sell, and that scale your brilliance. So let's get into it. What I'm seeing at the moment is a content spiral that is killing the momentum of the best of us. I see it happening a lot, and you might recognize yourself in this. You know, you've got something powerful to say. You've got decades of experience. You know your stuff. But when it comes time to post, to show up, to hit record, you freeze. And suddenly that brilliant idea that you've got becomes a tangled mess of overthinking. You might go, is this the right thing to be saying right now? Will people even care? Should I say more, say less, say it differently? And so what do? We tweak and we tweak and we tweak, we polish and we procrastinate. And then you don't post at all. Does any of that sound familiar? That, my lovely, is where the downward spiral begins, because you stop showing up. Not because you're not good enough, but because you're overthinking how to be good. And every single time you do that, every single time you disappear, even just for a few days, you chip away at the visibility and consistency that you've worked so hard to build. The risk is you become the world's best kept secret, and nobody buys from the secret genius hiding in the corner. Here's the thing. You don't need more brilliance. You've already got that. What you need is a system to share it with ease, with confidence, and something that will enable you to do this as a repeatable process. And that's what I'm talking about today. So what is the answer? It's not about hustling harder. You've heard me talk about that multiple times on this podcast. And it's certainly not forcing yourself to show up daily on every platform. It's not even burning yourself out on a carousel of doom content calendar. It's this: think once, deliver often. This is the strategy I use week in, week out to keep showing up consistently, confidently, and with a whole lot less effort than you might think. It starts with one idea. That's it. Just one spark of brilliance. And then what I do is I stretch it, I reframe it, I reinforce it. I don't throw it away after one post or one podcast. I build on it. I reuse it. I repurpose the hell out of it. And why? Because repetition isn't lazy. It's smart. It's strategic. It's what the best brands in the world do. And most importantly, it gives you your headspace to think and to keep thinking. It takes you from scrambling and second guessing to delivering with intention, focus, and impact. And that is how you move from stuck and invisible to being seen, to being heard, and to being paid. It's not just a content strategy. It's a confidence strategy, and it changes absolutely everything. So Here's how the process starts for me. And I want to show you how you can do it too, not just theoretically, but practically, because if I can give you the behind the scenes, the real talk, that's how you're going to be able to use it in your own business from today. So step one is I give my idea the space to breathe. And that usually means writing it out, either a blog or a note to myself that starts with, I reckon, this is something I'm noticing. This could be something that I'm sensing is going on right now. So I write that out. And this is where the magic of clarity begins. Now, I don't always know how to structure this, but thankfully, one of my original mentors, Matt Church, taught me the power of what he calls pink sheeting. I took that concept and have made it my own. And for me, I call it the thinking sheet. And essentially, this is how it works. I take a single piece of paper, my thinking sheet, and I put that initial spark of an idea smack bang in the middle of that thinking sheet. And then what I do is I go deeper and I expand my thinking. I ask myself, what's this thing really about? What's a clear statement? What's a short paragraph that explains this thing that I am thinking? I ask myself, why does this actually matter? What problem is this solving? Or why should my readers, my listeners actually care about this thing that I am thinking? And then I go deeper again and I ask myself, what's the evidence? Where's the evidence? Is it that I have a client case study? Is it that I've read an article about it? Is it a personal defining moment where I got to this point of thinking about this thing? I might even go as far as going, what's a quote to back it up? What's an analogy? What's a metaphor? Sometimes I even sketch out a little model or picture to make it tangible. I ask myself on this same page, what ideas or tools might I have that could resolve this? What's the key takeaway, the how-to, the invitation? And that's the process that I go through on something I call the thinking sheet. I put my initial thought in the middle, and then I expand and deepen my thinking. This is the process that lets my ideas mature. It takes them from, this is interesting, or many of my clients hear me describing that initial thought as a brain fart. It takes it from that brain fart of an idea into a message that's worth spreading. Now, once it's clear and solid, once I've done that thinking sheet work, I start working on it. And this is where I move to step 2. This is where I might write the blog post, something thoughtful, valuable, designed to connect with the people that are following my work. That blog may become the basis of a newsletter. I repurpose the blog with a personal twist for my list. I might pull out 2 to 3 core points and turn them into social media content that I share on LinkedIn. And then I repurpose that across to Instagram and Facebook, adapting it to the platform and the audience that it suits. I might record a podcast on that very same idea, giving people the chance to hear the story behind the post. Because my podcast is recorded on video, that then automatically loads up to YouTube as YouTube content. From there, we can edit out short and snappy video clips for reels or for YouTube snippets. And we can provide quick hit value bombs on social media. Those clips can become pure gold, things that I call in my mastermind community the magic pills. And I send those magic pills to clients as follow-ups after coaching sessions or workshops, or when a prospective client needs a little nudge. Same message, different doors in, same you showing up again and again with clarity and with consistency. This isn't repetition, this is reinforcement. And it's how I stay visible, relevant, and top of mind without constantly creating from scratch or questioning myself every 5 minutes. Now, I want to give you a real example, the micro gift. I want to show you exactly how this plays out in real life. So a few weeks ago, I was running a live session within my mastermind community around this IP that I'd created called the micro gift. In that session, that IP, that training landed. You know those moments when you can feel that energy shift where the pens are scribbling, the heads are nodding, the eyes are lighting up, the questions are coming. I knew I'd hit on something special. So old me, corporate conditioned me, would have packed up those slides and ticked that session off as off the to-do list and gone, brilliant, done, and moved on to next, but not anymore. The magician in me takes this initial bit of training, this idea, because I asked myself, how can I make this idea work harder for me? So I took the concept of that training, the micro gift, and I ran it through my Think Once, Deliver system. I further deepened the thinking using my thinking sheet. I then moved on to step 2, which was turning this core of an idea into a follow-up email to my broader community, sharing the insight and inviting them to reflect on their own micro gifts. If you're on my list, you will have seen this as an email a few weeks ago. I posted a simplified, punchy version on socials, complete with a bold call to action. I've turned it into a podcast episode. Again, you can look back over previous episodes and you can hear the behind the scenes of how it came to be, why it matters, and sharing on that podcast how to create your own micro gift. And then what I've done in the last week is I've bundled up that initial training session. I've added a workbook, some more downloads, swipe files of emails, and I've turned it into a mini paid offer for my wider audience. So that one moment of IP created initially for a closed room mastermind group became a high impact live session, an email to my list, a social media post, a podcast episode, a paid for product, and a deep resource for my mastermind clients that they can now use with their clients. Same idea, different expressions, multiple revenue points, and bigger reach than I could have achieved from delivering that just once. This is the magic of working with your ideas, not just through them. Let me give you another little bit of insight, because here's the kicker. You're currently experiencing right now, by listening to this podcast, my Think Once, Deliver Often in action right now. This podcast that you're listening to is not just a one and done audio file that disappears into the void once I hit publish. No, I'm going to be making it work. It will be transcribed and turned into a blog post, perfect for SEO and for those who prefer to read. That blog, it will become the foundation of a weekly newsletter, a more personal take direct to my community's inboxes. We will slice and dice this episode into short, snackable clips for the socials and for reels or stories, or as little reminders of brilliance that I will be sharing to my clients. The full video version goes up on YouTube, expanding visibility and giving me a footprint on another platform without creating anything new. And I'm very likely to mention this episode in a future workshop or coaching session, using it as an added value or follow-up when clients need it most. One recording, 20-ish minutes of my time, but the ripple effect, it lasts for weeks. It is ongoing. This is what happens when you stop chasing the next idea and start building momentum with the ideas that you already have. Now, this isn't just me doing this. The best in the business are doing the very same thing. Because this think once, deliver often approach isn't just something I use, it's what some of the biggest names in the business do too. If I think about and look at what Amy Porterfield is doing, she regularly turns her free podcast episodes into email sequences, into lead magnets, even into bonus bundles or modules inside her paid courses. One idea can show up across multiple touch points in her funnel. You take Mel Robbins, the queen of the motivational mic drop moments. She uses her live talks as the backbone for her social media strategy. Snippets from keynotes become Instagram reels, TikToks, blog messages, and even book excerpts. Her team knows one message, multiple mediums. And even the suits are doing it. McKinsey and Company take research pieces and turn those into published articles, LinkedIn carousels, into white papers, short video explainers, and webinars, and sometimes even into a downloadable report or toolkit. Why? Because they understand that trust comes from repetition in multiple formats. Whether you are a coach with a dream, a consultant with IP to share, or a thought leader in the making, this is the strategy that turns your ideas into influence and income. Because people don't remember what they see once. They remember what they see again and again and again. You stop overproducing, you stop underutilizing, and you start turning your ideas into income, visibility, trust, and time back in your day. Now, let me just give you some brain science for a moment around this, because this isn't just a marketing trick. It's human behavior 101. There are 3 powerful reasons this think once, deliver often approach works so well. First up, people forget fast. Enter the forgetting curve. Research shows that we lose up to 70% of what we hear within the first 24 hours unless it's reinforced. So when someone hears your idea once and never again, that idea disappears into the noise. But when they see it again and again and again in a post, a video, a story, it sticks. Second point, repetition equals trust. Familiarity builds credibility. The more your audience sees your message across different channels, the more they begin to trust it. It's the same reason we trust brands that we see regularly. It's not about shouting louder. It's about showing up consistently. And the third reason is that different people respond to different styles. Some of your audience want to read, some want to listen, some want to absorb on the socials, others will only watch it if it's a reel with captions. So if you only deliver your idea in one format, the likelihood is that the only people that see that idea are those that like that particular format. By showing up in multiple formats, you meet people where they are. You're not changing your message, you're changing the mode of delivery. So yes, this works because it's smart, but it also works because it's how people consume, how they build trust with you, how they learn today. And if you're in the business of influence, and I know you are, this is how you make your brilliance unforgettable. So I know you're on board. I can feel this. So let's make this really, really simple for you. I want to give you a powerful starter plan because you don't need a team of 10 to do this. You don't need a film crew. You don't even need new content. Here's how you get started today. 1, I want you to pick one piece of existing content that you wrote this week, last week, this month. It could be a podcast episode. It could be a blog. It could be a keynote slide, a post that did well on LinkedIn. So pick one bit of existing content. Number 2, identify the heart of the message in that content. What's the one thing that you want people to know, to believe, or to do? Because that's your anchor. Number 3 is choose 3 to 5 other formats to deliver that message in. I want you to think about blog, email, video, reel, carousel, voice message, audio file, live session, whatever suits your audience and your particular vibe. And then number 4, schedule those multiple ways of delivering that one message across the next 2 to 4 weeks. You don't need to post everything at once. It's not about that. It is about spreading it out, letting that one message land across a period of time. We are reusing, we are reinforcing. And then watch the traction and level it up. If people engage, if it resonates, ask yourself, could this become a workshop? Could this become a micro gift on its own? Could this become a little offer? Could this become a tool in my funnel? You're not guessing anymore. You're not starting from scratch. You are scaling intentionally with content that you've already created. That's what the pros do. So your challenge this week is to multiply your brilliance. I want you to start with this think once, deliver often concept. Pick one idea you've already shared. Map out 3 new ways that you can share that same message across different formats over the month. Schedule it in and let it work its magic. And when you do, please tag me, DM me, send me a carrier pigeon, send me an email, because I want to see it. I want to cheer you on as you multiply your brilliance and stop being the world's best kept secret. Because here's the truth. You don't need to create more. You already have enough. You need to create smart. Let your content work harder so you can build deeper, show up stronger, and profit more with less effort. If this episode sparked an idea or gave you that, oh my God, I've been doing it the hard way moment, please share it with a fellow person in business, a fellow coach or advisor, and let them know where to watch and listen to this podcast. Someone that you know who's already on that content hamster wheel. Reach out, share it with them, and if you've got 30 seconds, I'd love you to leave a little love note here for me or a quick 5-star review, because every little bit of love helps. Until next time, think once, deliver often, and profit always.